What's up, YouTube? I'm back, and this is I don't know if this is a review or just a straight up explanation. I want to give a shout out to my boy Mario Sandoval. He asked me a question on one of my videos about this this Gear S3 about the phone calls on T-Mobile when it's connected to a phone and whatnot. So this is something that you probably don't even think of until you actually get it in your hands and you're trying to experiment with some stuff. Now, the reason why I got this, well, of course I wanted it, but I had a plan behind it, you know, behind getting the LTE version, because I have a business line that I was paying a fortune for pretty much no reason at all. So I actually have my business line, which is a number, connected to this watch. And then of course my personal line is on my cell phone. So my idea, my concept was, I don't get very many valid business calls. I get mostly telemarketer calls. So what I was going to do was basically forward, not the way that it's set up in the phone and the watch, but I was going to have the phone company forward. You know how you can dial *72 in the US to forward your number to another line. Say if you're not going to be there, that's some old school stuff. Maybe a lot of y'all don't even know about that. But you can actually forward by pressing *72 on your phone that you want to transfer to go to another line. Maybe you're away from home or something like that. Anyways, this is before mobile phones came out, but you can still do that. And that was my plan, to actually forward all my phones to this, because that's the way I had it set up anyway with my regular business line. And turns out doesn't work that easy. First of all, you can't dial *72 from this thing. It just will not let you. For some reason, you dial *72 and then the phone number you want to forward it to, which was this one, and it's going to give you that guy saying, hey, you can't do that. Hang up the phone, try something else. So I got on the phone with T-Mobile, and mind you, I got on the phone with T-Mobile twice, and then they did whatever they could to help me out. And then I got on the phone with Sprint. They barely did anything, because this is T-Mobile, this is Sprint. And then T-Mobile actually called and told me to call. When I called T-Mobile, they actually told me to call Samsung. And when I called Samsung, they were the only ones to be able to give me a good answer. So what happens is, when these two are separate, when they're not connected via Bluetooth, they are totally separate entities. This has its own number, this has its own number. And you can get phone calls and make phone calls on each one respectively. When they merge via Bluetooth, the dominant phone number, you have to choose which one you want, because they have two SIM cards. There's going to be a dominant phone number. Like I said, you can choose. It defaults to the phone. So the dominant phone number will receive phone calls. Now, the other one, it will go straight to voicemail. So if I merge these two, this watch, when I merge these two via Bluetooth, this watch will go straight to voicemail if you call it. As soon as you disconnect the Bluetooth, it gets its own phone number. It gets its own phone calls again. Hoping that makes sense for you guys. So what I had to do as a workaround was call T-Mobile. And I told them that, hey, I need my business calls. I'm actually here. I can actually pick up, and they're going straight to voicemail. So what I asked them to do was basically have there's different types of call forwarding. There's unconditional call forwarding, where no matter what, the call is going to be forwarded. And I did that at one point, but then I realized that when I disconnected, and all my phone calls, when they were connected, all my phone calls for the business and my personal would come through the phone. And that was great. I could get all my phone calls again. But when I separated them, all my business calls still came to my phone. And so that's not what I wanted, because if I was out without my phone, I was missing my business calls and my personal calls, which kind of defeats the point of getting the LTE version. So what I did was I told them that, is there an option to have your calls forwarded only if you don't pick up? So they said yes, and this is what happens. So when they're not connected, and I have my smartwatch only, if you call my smartwatch, I will get the calls. If I do not answer, it will automatically forward itself to my cellular phone. And if they are connected, since this is going straight to voicemail, it automatically forwards to my cell phone. So no matter what, I get phone calls on my cell phone if I perhaps missed the call on the smartwatch. Hoping I'm still making sense for you guys. You can always ask questions in the comments. But now it works perfectly. I'll go in here. There is a call forwarding option, and this is what a lot of people mistaked for something that was actually useful. The same features in the watch, but I'm going to do it in the Gear. Hey, what did I just see there? Y'all know Marquez Brownlee? Let me see. Let me see here. Marquez Brownlee. What's up, Marquez? MKPhD. Today is his birthday, man. Let's all give him a birthday shout out. All right. I love that guy. Anyways, let's go to the Gear app and let's go to settings. And you know what? They're not even connected now. Let me connect it via Bluetooth. Okay. Once it gets connected, this stuff will populate. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm using the S7 with the Grace UI. I'm going to do a video on that next, comparing it to how the Note 7 is. Get my Bluetooth going. Something ain't right. What's up? All right, there we go. All right, so let's connect it to the Gear S3. I wonder if I have to punch in my password and get it open at least. All right, at least the watch is open. All right, we're good to go. All right, so if you go into the settings, you'll find Gear connection, connected via Bluetooth, and you can connect. You can connect remotely, and even though you're disconnected via Bluetooth, it'll still send your text messages and your all of your notifications over the network via the T-Mobile connection and via Samsung, your Samsung account. So that's really cool that you can still do that on this LTE version. But let's go to what I wanted to show you guys. And where is it? Call forwarding. There it is. You hit call forwarding. So this is what a lot of people mistake for real call forwarding. And it is in some degree, but then again, it's not. It's not full featured. All you have the option to do is forward unanswered incoming phone calls from your phone to your watch. And this is the instance where, okay, I'm going out for a jog and I don't want to carry a bunch of stuff with me, so I'm gonna leave my phone at home. I hit this and I hit turn on, and then it'll automatically forward all my phone calls from my phone to my watch. You cannot do that the other way around. And that is the only option you have here with this T-Mobile. And once again, this is Sprint. This is a Sprint phone, and this is a T-Mobile serviced watch. So hopefully that answers all of your questions regarding the call forwarding and how calls are received. I'll go ahead and repeat it once again real quick. When these two are connected, there can only be one SIM card in use. Your cell phone is going to be the dominant number, so all your phone calls that go to your watch will go straight to voicemail. When they're disconnected and they're their own separate entities, you will then receive your phone calls on your watch, and you'll receive your phone calls and text on your phone respectively. That's pretty much case closed right there. If you want anything different, such as what I needed, I guess I was a special case, because most people get their smartwatch as a secondary number just because, right? And you really don't use it much. I actually had a full-fledged purpose for mine, so mine might be a special case. If you're not one of those people who's worried about it, then don't. But if you are, like myself, just give T-Mobile a call and tell them what you want, and they'll be more than happy to work with you. I will say that customer service was very friendly and very proactive on the situation. Shout out to T-Mobile for stellar customer service. I cannot say the same about Sprint. They were pretty lazy about it. And Samsung, I don't know if you guys have ever called Samsung directly for some customer service or some technical stuff, but man, those guys are good. They are good. They are very friendly and very proactive on situations, and every time I've called, they've given me the answers. I might have not wanted that answer, but they gave me a straight up answer, and they directed me to the next best place possible. So hope that answers your questions. Look, I ain't never claimed to be an expert in this kind of stuff. I'm just doing reviews. And right now, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that subscribe button and mash on that like button. And I'll check y'all in the next video. Bye.